Hello, I'm Josephine Johnston, Copyright Agency CEO. I'd like to start by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which our office stands, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nations, and I pay my respects to their elders past and present. For over 50 years, Copyright Agency has proudly represented authors, artists and publishers, collecting and distributing licence fees when their work is copied and shared, ensuring that they are fairly paid and supporting a strong and sustainable creative sector. Through our Cultural Fund, we seek to connect Australian creators with new audiences. We do this through fellowships and grants to Australian writers, visual artists and creative organisations to enable more work to be published and presented. The Cultural Fund is also proud to support the Dorothy Hewett Award, a prize that does more than recognise exceptional writing, it directly invests in it. With $10,000 awarded to an Australian writer and publication through UWA Publishing, the award offers both a financial boost and a powerful pathway to reach readers. Congratulations to UWA Publishing for establishing and sustaining this award and for its commitment to emerging writers. Warm thanks as well to the Chair, Tony Hughes-Daith, and the judges of this year's award, James Jiang, editor for the Sydney Review of Books, Western Australian poet Caitlin Mailing, and Kate Pickard, publishing manager at UWAP. Now in its 10th year, the award has cemented its place on the Australian literary calendar, attracting entries from across the country and consistently presenting work of the highest calibre. In 2025, the Dorothy Hewett Award attracted more than 300 submissions and 6 writers have been shortlisted. One of the things that sets the Dorothy Hewett Award for an unpublished manuscript apart is its embrace of multiple genres. Over the years, winning and shortlisted titles have included works of fiction, narrative non-fiction, and poetry. The award's inaugural winner, Josephine Wilson, received the prize for her novel Extinctions, which went on to achieve national acclaim by winning the Miles Franklin Literary Award in 2017. Before I finally get to this year's winner, I will just remind you of this year's shortlisted manuscripts. They are Clutch Feather Draw Breath by Corrie Hosking from South Australia, Perpetual Stew by Georgie Harris from Victoria, The Hair of the Pigeon by Mohammed Masood Morsi from Western Australia, Laughing River by N.J. Madden from Victoria, You Are Here by Roderick Poole from Victoria, and Bad Westerns by Tim Loveday from Victoria. Congratulations to all of this year's shortlisted authors. It's an incredible achievement to be recognised among such outstanding work. But, as always, there can only be one winner. And so it is my great pleasure to announce that the winner of the 2025 Dorothy Hewett Award for an unpublished manuscript is Mohammed Masood Morsi for The Hair of the Pigeon. Congratulations, Mohammed, from everyone at Copyright Agency.
Hello, my name is Tony Hughes-Daith and I'm the chair of the judging panel for this year's Dorothy Hewett Award. I'd like to thank my fellow judges, Kate Pickard, James Jiang and Caitlin Mailing for their work on this year's prize decision. Between us we've read over 300 manuscripts and we're very excited to announce that this year the winner of the Dorothy Hewett Award is Mohammed Masood Morsi for his novel The Hair of the Pigeon. This passionate novel moves from Palestine to Syria to Denmark. It speaks powerfully to the moment we live in. It's a novel of love, it's a novel of war, but this novel is not interested in the combatants in the war, but how war drives people to desperation and acts of honour and dishonour. The novel is tragic. It's a love story where the weight of history bears down on people, almost crushing them, but not quite. It's a beautiful novel, beautifully written, full of texture and tradition and the courage of people in extreme situations. We'd like to congratulate Mohammed Masood Morsi for his wonderful novel, and it is indeed a worthy winner of this year's Dorothy Hewett Award.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mohammed Masood Morsi, and I'm speaking to you from the land of the Wajak people of the Noongar Nation. Thank you. What an honor and a very big surprise to win the Dorothy Hewett Award, and also it was a surprise with the shortlist. Thank you. First, I'd like to thank the Copyright Agency for supporting writers and also for funding this award. I'd like to give my heartfelt thank you to UWA Publishing and to all the judges, of course, of the Dorothy Hewett Award. I'd also like to take this chance to thank the Department of the Culture and the Arts in WA and the Australia Council for the Arts for the grants to edit this work. I'd like to thank my editors, Jim Magnus, Tess Mirthwaite, and of course my agent Anjali Singh for their time, guidance, and priceless support. Thank you. I'd like to thank my fellow writers, Amel Awad, Michelle Johnston, Sarah Saleh, and Samah Sabawi, and of course my friend Habibi Anthony Lowenstein for their feedback and thoughts on the novel. Thank you. Thank you for recognizing my work. As a journalist who has spent time listening to people from all walks of life, I am grateful that not only mine, but their stories get a chance to be told. In Australia, we have the privilege of peace and a chance to consider lives different from our own. And now with current events around the world, I think this is a wake-up call for all of us to understand the stories of those of us who yearn for justice. My wish is this book is received in the manner at which it is given. I have always been drawn to the stories that bind us and give us the sense of belonging to each other, that which we dream of but struggle speaking about. This book, this story, began almost 20 years ago. I'd never imagined that this was the way it would come to life. Again, I'm very honored. Thank you. Wassalamu alaikum.